Now, we all know Mr. Seed. He is a Christian musician, I'd like to say. However, the content that just follows him around, it's always a scandal of a scandal. You know, it's always something. If it's not a girl who's claiming to be pregnant by him, it's his wife, you know, taking the same girl who is accusing Mr. Seed of siring a child on a drive to talk to the mother. Or, you know, it was a whole scandal and it was just in poor taste. And we felt bad for Mr. Seed's, you know, fiance, Nemo, at that time. But the fact that she never left him, the fact that they're still together, you're like, you know what? Mambo ya watu wako kwa duve moja, washana nayo, okay? Now, was it yesterday or the day before yesterday or today, this girl who goes by the name Elizabeth Sonia. I've been seeing this girl on my social. She's an actress. She does this Swahili films. She's also a radio presenter, some Mombasa radio station. And she just living her own life, living her best life. I never knew she actually had a child with Mr. Seed until she tagged the account of her child. And the account of the child is Mr. Seed and Sonia's son. And I'm like, damn. She said, you gonna claim this boy. You gonna claim him.
You must.
Anyway, on a social media rant, Elizabeth is calling out Mr. Seed and saying, dear baby daddy, I am tired. I have tried to be the best, most understanding baby mama on this planet. But for the past 7 years, Mr. Seed, you have done nothing but drain me. And all I do is try to understand your situation. Woo! Okay. You are never there physically. I got used to that because I can't do anything about it. So that's for Junior to decide when he grows up. So he never sees his son. Wow, okay. I always find means to cover up what you're meant to pay. Mr. Seed, nimechoka. I am a woman. I have fought and made sure that this boy has everything. I have made sure he has everything, and you have never prioritized Faiz. So this year I have decided I am no longer that sweet, caring baby mama. For those who know me personally, they understand. And then she goes on to say how for the past 7 years she's just been writing paragraphs on paragraphs on paragraphs, wanting Mr. Seed to take accountability for the things he's done, wanting Mr. Seed to do more in the life of their son and just be more involved. And then she goes on to say, the only thing you do is send school fees and it is never on time. Change. You don't need to feel this pain. You may not feel this pain today, but one day it's going to, you know, catch up on you. And then she goes on to say, nimechoka, Junior deserves all the good things. When will you be there without being pushed, without being told, without her screaming on social media and coming to call you out? It is so unfortunate that you have a child with somebody. You create this small family and then things don't work out and you abandon everything and start a whole new life. It is so bizarre, but unfortunately, it's just a story as old as ever. People have been doing this for the longest time possible. You sire a child with somebody, that situation doesn't work out for you or it's not conducive for you. So you pick up your things and you go and buy milk and you move to a whole other city. It is so unfortunate. But at the same time, I don't want to blame anybody. But I want to blame Mr. Seed at the end of the day. Because why does this girl have to come to social media just for you to be more involved in your child's life? It is so unfair to see one child grow up with their father. The father is always around them. The father is always taking pictures with them. This other child is recognized. This other child is always on your social media. But your own baby is never recognized by this man. He's always out there talking about father of one. You know, it is so unfortunate that you have to live this way. But unfortunately, guys are still doing this. And I always say this, be careful and get to know the person you have a child with. Because boyfriends come and go, but a baby mama is for life, okay? Did you even see the study of where you can have your baby daddy's DNA up to 7 years after you give birth to their child? Yani, a man will put a stranger in your belly And then after the belle has come out,
Leave traces of
they leave
themselves.
their DNA. Yani, your DNA is even changed. The things women go through to bring life into the world, and then they have to face all these obstacles just because you don't want to be there, just because you're so sure she'll never come out on social media and do, and talk about you. Well, now she has. What you going to do? Mr. Seed, we are all looking at you and looking forward to what you're going to say. Now, news sources did reach out to Mr. Seed to talk about the situation, and he refused to talk about it. Basically, he's just a no-show on the whole situation. He's not responding to it. He's not saying anything. It just goes to show what this girl has been dealing with. When things get too much, he goes radio silent, which is very unfortunate. And also, it's so embarrassing to his current, woman, because why am I being brought into all of this? It is your transgressions, but at the end of the day, some random person will obviously DM Nimo and be like, you're out here with this man and he can barely take care of the other child. It's so embarrassing. It's shame on you, dishonor on your family, dishonor on you. Dishonor. Dishonor on everybody. It is so unfortunate. So, Mr. Seed, it's time for you to pull up your socks and take accountability.
I think I don't know. There's so many things that are rushing into my mind right now. Like I am thinking about like just all the statistics that are there that exist that are in favor of men, including the most recent one that we have been told, where a man has an average of 7.4 partners and a woman has an average of 2.3 partners. This woman who is having 2.3, where this 7.5, as in the math is always in favor of men, and I hate to say it, that unfortunately in this particular case of baby daddies and their recluse involvement in their children's lives is also very problematic for me. You know what? Yeah. I think Mr. Seed, legal action needs to be taken against him. That's the only way. Because if she has evidence, clearly there's DNA, there's all of these things. You can just quickly and easily contract a lawyer, even if it's these pro bono lawyers. Some of these things can be mitigated in court or at least even out of court, but mandated by a court. So in this particular case, if he's not just responding to, it's not just you he's refusing to respond to, he's refusing to respond to anyone who brings up this conversation. Really, truly, I think it's about that time for you to start to pursue it legally. If you need help, that's a different conversation altogether. Start a GoFundMe page, start one of these mobile money numbers where people can send you money in order for you to get the kind of lawyers that you need. I don't know, whatever you need to do, honey, you need to do it for your kid, because it's really that time. It really, really is about that time.